Ooh, these men.
Toya. Oh, she's zoned out. Toya. It is what it is.
We keep it real, expressing how we feel. Whoa. So come on in and sip some tea. Join the KOED family. We're about relationships and review, making it fun and just for you. Go and God, let God go with you. It's time for Courtney and Eddie.
I always put God first. Hey, what's up, KOED fam? Welcome back to another video of Courtney and Eddie. I'm Eddie, aka E-Dub. This is my lovely wife.
Courtney, also known as Coco.
This right here is Courtney and Eddie. This channel is all about relationships. It's all about reviews. It's all about entertainment. And tonight, this is the third and final episode of Married to Medicine, the reunion, part 3. And like Dr. Scott said, girl, I know you watch me. I know you want me. Girl, you know you like me. You know you want me. You know you need me. Girl, yeah. Mic drop.
It was horrible. So if you're brand new to this channel, you haven't subscribed yet, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. And yeah, let's get into it now. For those that don't know, we had the lady that sung our intro, Miss Omega, in town. So she came to visit us. So yes, we are very late with this video, but we had to show her all the Southern hospitality. So we had to make sure that she was taking care of it. So she left on yesterday and on Monday. And so now she's back safe at home. So yeah, we had a great time getting to know her. Never met her in person, never really, really talked to her, but yeah. So
yeah, she was good people, and enjoyed her company. She's like family now, so yeah.
Yeah, and don't forget that we do have a giveaway. Go back and watch that video and see if you want to enter it. All right, so let's get into it. So it's now I didn't even see that they had an intro or nothing like that. They just went straight into it, honey. So we're gonna follow along, go straight into it. So they're talking to the guys. So it's starting off with Eugene. Basically, they didn't think, Eugene and Toya didn't think that the Halloween joke that Karen and Anila did was funny. So Karen was like, well, even Cecil laughed at. Cecil said, yeah, I did, but when I realized it kind of hurt my friend's feelings, and I was like, okay, yeah.
See, I think Eugene, his problem with the joke was that when he told Karen it hurt his feelings, Karen doubled down and said, no, man, it's funny, man, it's funny. But sometimes you got to read the room, man. You feel like that what you did hurts your friend's feelings, you might have to reel it back in. Mm-hmm. And Karen, he didn't do that. He said, no, man, this joke funny, man. But Eugene didn't see it as funny. And Curtis said, yeah, Eugene, because you did me like that. And I didn't think it was funny. So, yeah. And Eugene said, well, you're right, Curtis. I apologize about that. So, but yeah, man, when you hurt your friend's feelings and they tell you, just apologize and drop it, man.
Because you can't tell nobody
how they feel.
Yeah, if they feelings hurt or not. You know what I'm saying? You may not agree that, you may think it was okay, but, if you hurt your feelings, their feelings. But anyway. So, Andy's talking to Toya about, Andy said that he talked to Toya about her being lonely. And Eugene was saying that, they talked about and discussed for the last 2 years, because we know in 2020 what happened. He was working long hours and he was focused on that, but now he done pulled back from that, switch I guess positions or whatever, and that now he's more focused on her. So in the next one, they talking about Andy was talking about the P shot for the guys, and because the women got the O shot, do they have a P shot? And Curtis went into details about it.
Yeah, the P shot for the men, for the guys. Now, this is my first time hearing anything about it.
And the old shot was my first time hearing about it.
But the P shot is supposed to be a little prick in your manhood. It's supposed to make your manhood longer, thicker, and Curtis got a little carried away, and you're supposed to have more endurance.
Yeah.
Dr. Jackson, no, you don't have more endurance. No, you doing something else, Curtis. You doing something else. But yeah, and that's what the peace shot's supposed to be. Like I said, it's my first time hearing anything about it. So if you need a peace shot, there you go.
For the guys.
For the guys.
But Eugene was like, I'm not doing nothing in mine. And Scott was saying that you can numb it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Because
and you can get it put in there, so or whatever. So anyway, also they talked about, men, because they were saying that, some men, because they had that little spa party for the guys, and they were talking about they weren't gonna get Botox, that's for women. But Karen said that a lot of men do come to him as well.
Yeah, I don't know, Dr. Damon or somebody said, well, black guys, they don't do that. They don't get Botox. And Karen said, well, most of his clients, his patients are black guys. So I thought, okay.
Botox.
Give me a little couple fillers and Botox, you know what I'm saying?
Get right up in there.
Get some of my lip.
No, don't do that. So in the next clip, what? Dr. Scott.
What?
He got them bars.
MC Dr. Scott dropped them bars on y'all brothers. I started 6. He dropped them bars on y'all, man.
So it was called Lost Without You.
Yeah. Baby girl, you know I want you. You know I need you. I'm lost without you. You know I can't find you. It's dark out here. I need a flashlight so I can see you. Night vision in the darkness. Because I'm lost without you. So
it was like the lyrics was basically something about engaging, something about the DMs. It was something like that or whatever.
Yeah.
So Andy was like, so are these the lyrics that you talked about in the last reunion and stuff? Because it seems like in the last reunion that Scott was, women was in Scott DMs and he was up there responding back to him with the pictures that they sent, and he didn't know that he wasn't supposed to. Please, you knew what you were doing.
Well, I guess when you have issues in your marriage, that's an outlet. I'm not saying you're supposed to do that, but
What's that? Your mic? Oh. Anyway, so that now they bring the guys and the ladies back together. So they showed clips of marriage, like Cece and Simone talking about marriage and all the other people talking about marriage. Now, Andy asked the guys, I'm so sorry, I just had a salad. Andy asked the guys, would the guys be open to adding another person in their bedroom? Scott said, no, because my wife is so beautiful. All the beautiful women gonna want her anyway. And they was like, well, who said it got to be another woman? It could be another man.
No. A threesome, the definition of a threesome is one guy, multiple women, or two women.
Nope.
Yeah.
All right.
Ain't no way it's going to be two dudes and one woman. It don't cut it that way.
For some people, it do.
No, that's too freaky.
Well, I really don't care, honey, because none of that happening over here anyway. 2, 4, 6, 8, it's just me and you. Me and you, no more. What it say? Me, you, and no more.
What?
I don't know. So anyway, let's see. Eugene said that he wished, because they talked about the stuff that Toya said about
after they got married, the manhood don't. She was surprised the manhood doesn't get bigger.
Yeah, and Eugene said that he wished sometime that his wife would close her mouth.
And I'm 100% agree with Eugene. When Toya get that alcohol in her, she becomes a drunk Toya. And drunk Toya, she talks too much and she don't know when to be quiet.
Yeah, she
goes a little overboard with it. And Eugene is the one that gets trounced on because she don't know what to be quiet. She goes a little too far with it, and she always throwing Eugene under the bus.
Yeah.
See, I like regular Toya. Drunk Toya, no, too much.
And it seems as though that like Toya tried to retract what she said.
She making it
because
worse.
Andy said, "Well, how do you feel dissing your man on TV, dissing his manhood?" She said, "Well, I really didn't diss him. And she was like, I really was trying to say,
Sex getting lame and sex. I said, Toya, hush. I'm like, Dr. Helena, be quiet. Cause you making it worse.
Yeah.
Now you saying, first you saying your husband manhood don't get bigger. Now you saying y'all sex is lame. God, ooh.
And she said, but she did warn him what was about to happen, and seeing how it came out. And yeah, so she apologized to him for that because, anyway.
Toya, I don't get her. She claims she's a big freak, and Eugene says she's not. So why you try to portray yourself like that?
I don't know. So Cecil, the ex Cecil, okay, Cecil, what are the top 3 things that a man don't ever want to hear his wife say? One about him, no job and stuff like that. One about his penis being too small, and one about him having whack sex.
My top 3 would be.
Oh, hold on. And Toya said 2. She did 2 out of them.
Yeah, she always throwing shade. My top 3 would be my wife telling me she don't want to cook. The second one would be my wife don't say she don't want to cook. And the third one would be my wife says she don't want to cook. Those are my top 3.
So anyway, we move on to the next one.
You're gonna gloss over that like that?
First of all, saying your wife don't want to cook, well, she helping you out because you're belly, and saying your wife don't want to cook, she help you out again with your belly. And your 3,
you didn't have to hit below the belt like that.
Literally.
Come on, man. Why you kicking me while I'm down?
Literally.
I was like, Toya, I need to be quiet. I need to be quiet. Let me be quiet, man.
So Andy asked, Andy started reading this one. It got a little bit, like back and forth. Andy started reading tweets that Quad had said about Toya, because it seems as though Quad got her feelings about some stuff that Toya said. I don't know when her and what's name was married or something. I don't know what
Dr. G.
Yeah, I don't know. But anyway, so Quad got all this ammunition for Toya, and she started reading out some tweets that he started reading out some tweets that Quad had said, talking about calling Eugene Eugenia, and basically calling him a woman, because he be in woman's business and stuff like that. What you finna say?
No, right.
And what is it? And so what is it? Eugene was just basically telling like, Quad, stop. Like, why you keep talking about us? Like, we stay on your mouth. Like, why you keep talking about us? Just stop it.
Yeah, and I think Quad said because your wife be talking about me. So basically, Quad was what she's saying that she's doing retaliating against them. And like Eugene said, you know what, Toya, don't engage with her. Don't engage. She's miserable. Let Miss Miserable be by herself. So I don't know why. I don't. What happened between Quad and Toya? Was they ever good friends?
It has its moments. It go up and down. But it's Quad. Quad always have to have somebody she got to be into it with, always. And they just seem to. They be okay one minute, then somebody say something easily get their feelings hurt, and then they out the next minute. So Andy asked Damon as far as the situation, because they brought up when Damon was sitting them down, or was at Cecil them house, and he made reference to basically he didn't call no names at that time, but he was just saying why can't we just get along, so forth and so on, and and he was saying that basically he don't try to get in women's business, but in that moment he felt like he needed to say something. And Contessa was like, well, why couldn't you call me and tell? He was like, dude, like, we don't roll like that. Like, I'm not finna, I may have your number, but as a man, a married man, I'm not finna call another married woman and talk to her about situations that's going on with my wife. Like, I'm not finna do that. He said, I will talk to your husband. He said, but I'm not finna get it. I'm not finna go back and forth with women. That's not what I do. Now, if the man came and we talking crap, I'm gonna go in, but I'm gonna be respectful with women.
All right, and Dr. Damon he said what he said, and I agree with him. You know what I'm saying? Uh, he shouldn't have to call Contessa. You know, if like I said, I'm gonna call Scott, and Scott came back to he asked Dr. Heavenly. He said, "Why you do that, Dr. Heavenly?" Heavenly, because what Scott was saying that when Heavenly went on her YouTube channel and said Scott was emotionally abusing and mentally abusing Contessa, he said, "Heavenly, man, you kicked me while I was down, man. I was hurt when you did that." So Dr. Heavenly apologized to Scott on stage and said she was sorry, but Scott said, "Man, sometimes, basically I was down and you just kept on kicking me while I was down." Apparently they all four was good friends. They went out together, and like Scott said, he said him and Damien, they tight, they cool. You know what I'm saying? So when Dr. Heaven did that on her YouTube channel about Scott being abusive, that hurt his feelings. So yeah, man. Sometimes when y'all got this couple thing going, all it takes is one person to mess the whole thing up.
No, I hope you'll keep going so I can get that yarn out. Sorry. So anyway, so Damon, that Andy brought up the fact too that somebody said Damon checked Heavenly for the first time ever. Like we ain't never.
You never seen that before?
I don't think I had never seen the person in that. Maybe it's on an episode or a season I missed, but I ain't never seen him do that.
And he did a good job.
And what he said, why he did it?
So he just got tired of it, man.
But he said he had a long day that day. He had already told Cece.
Yeah, he already told Cece that this thing goes left, I'm out. And it most definitely went left, and he was out, and he was telling Dr. Heavenly, "When I tell you to be quiet, just be quiet. All that wasn't necessary. It wasn't necessary. Just be quiet." And you could tell he was irritated.
Yeah, we all saw that, honey. We gave
kudos
a round of applause.
Kudos to him.
So let's see. So Quad said, "Well, let me ask Damon a question." And he was saying, because they talking about, because he also was just saying, we want to get to a good place. And Quad saying, well, basically, what if you don't went to this person before and they said we're going to change in that moment, but then they don't change. And so Heavenly was like, don't ask my husband nothing.
That didn't make no sense to me.
And she was like, why? But she said, don't ask me nothing. Don't ask him nothing. He ain't got nothing to do with this. I didn't answer that question before. Don't ask him nothing. And they went back and forth with that. And so to the point to where Andy was like, well, shoot, I wanted to know. And Damon said, listen, I asked a question. I'm not going to be disrespectful to my wife, but, if you got a question, I will answer the question. So it just got repetitive and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it got kind of heated at first with Quad and Heavenly.
Yeah, for some reason, I don't know why Heavenly didn't want Quad to ask her husband that question. It was just a regular general question, and Heavenly said, "No, don't ask one." I don't know if it was a respect thing Heavenly wanted, or she didn't want her husband to throw her on the bus. But she didn't want him to answer.
She didn't want him to answer because she knew that she was talking about her.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, they showed the clips of Married to Medicine After Dark, and just basically the stuff that happened on there, Neela peeing and now on herself, and now she gonna be blogging for
a diaper for grown women.
The pins, I guess. She didn't say what it was.
That's all you gotta do, get sponsored.
Just pee on yourself.
Because I need to start drinking some beers of pen.
Listen, but you gotta be on TV.
Yeah, I can do it on. Hey man, I peed on myself. Put it on YouTube.
Also, they talked about the old shot, and it seemed like it'd be $2,500 to get the old shot, honey. The insurance do not pay for it. They also talked about Heavenly stripping, and she said that she didn't like it.
Now, I liked how production did it. I didn't like it. Then next scene, get it.
And Andy was like, well, you tripped on Heavenly, you tripped on Damon doing that, so now you doing it. She told me, yeah, it is a double standard. It's a double standard.
At least she's honest. She's honest with it.
It seems as though they talked about has any patient ever sent you their spouse, penis? And what it was, Jackie and Simone said yes, to check it out to see if it was okay.
It was a professional reason why they sent it. Okay, it was nothing perverted. It was professional, and some people do that. Especially they know a doctor.
I never heard that.
Yeah, they know. Hey, doctor,
Have you ever heard anybody?
Hey doc, is her boobs right? One boob bigger than the other boob. Is that
That's
normal?
you had the OBGYN?
What you mean?
No, we talking about the boobs. You had the OBGYN.
Hey doc, why her boobs so big and the other one like small? What's wrong, doc? Is she abnormal?
And then Simone said, "Yep, that happened to her, honey. To one of them, they were passing it around, honey. I don't know if it scared her or what. She dropped her phone. So,
yeah, they do it. They do it.
well, this first time I ever heard.
Mhm.
Yeah, first time you ever heard too. So, and to ask the ladies how they feel about the relationship with the other women. You know, like where are they? And you know, Anila first apologized to Toya because Anila wants Toya friendship, honey.
Real
She
bad.
want that friendship.
Well, she
Baby.
wanted that friendship so bad. She needs to stand up for Toya. When people talk bad about Toya, stand up for her.
Yeah, instead of just being
Right, it's going along with the flow.
Yeah, she just seemed like Quad said that she's not sure about her friendship with Toya, you know, and everything. And so but she do feel vindicated. Toya was like, you know what, I'm not sure about that word vindicated and stuff like that. But then Quad explained what she meant about her not sleeping with the contractor.
Right.
But she said Toya said, you know, her sons are getting older. And now they watching this stuff and everything, and you know she want to say that Nila, that's her friends. What else? Who else she said?
Yeah, no, those people.
Heavily.
She said those people right there. Those are people we love. You know what I'm saying? Basically, what she's trying to say. She wants to put a positive spin on her friendship in front of her kids, which makes sense because, like she said, her kids are getting older now. They're starting to understand what's going on. I'm surprised Dr. Heavily, she has a daughter old enough. That's why I'm kind of surprised she do what she does because, you got a daughter. You know what I'm saying?
Her daughter always had to check her. Her daughter always had to check her. Always had to check her. But so anyway, at the end, they come out with the guys because they was at they was in Vegas this season, so they had the guys come out there like to recreate that scene with champagne and champagne for the ladies and strippers.
Some money.
Well, they have no shirts or whatever, and it was a little disappointing that they didn't strip. But Toya was up there shooting a little money gun, and she just laughing.
She zones out, man. It's like she blocked everything around her out when she's focused on something like that. And poor Eugene, Toya. They didn't even hear on her husband calling her name.
I think she finally looked or whatever. And then what it was, what's her name? Contessa.
The guy sat right next to Contessa, and Scott said, Contessa. I was man, Contessa and Toya, you gotta watch them real closely, man.
And then Quad, she up there dancing.
Oh, Quad single,
yeah, she got that single life, so she up there dancing with. I don't know why Quad remind me of somebody auntie. All right then, baby, I see you. She talk that be talking, that older talk.
She got that old soul.
Yeah. All right, you guys. That was it for Married to Medicine, season 3. I don't know. We'll see, but not season 3. We're gonna do season 3. I'm sorry, the reunion part 3.
Oh yeah. What you about to say? I
was gonna say we'll see if we're gonna do the next season.
Yes, we are. Yeah, we are. Don't listen to us. We'll do the next season. We sure will. If she don't do it, I'll be on here by myself. Hey y'all, this is Eddie. Married to Medicine. Toya and what's her name? Oh, she ain't here.
All right, you guys. We'll see you guys on the next video. Don't forget to go with God and let God go with you.
I was put God first.
Deuces.
Hey! I was put God